I hope you guys are doing well. I'm actually trying to share it a few places here. Share this video. Let's see. Let me make sure that you guys can hear me. Okay. All right, guys. So when you jump in, make sure you hit a couple of threes for me. That's what we want you to do. Okay. All right. So I hope you all are doing well. Hope you guys, this holiday has been great. Here we are. We're sharing. This has been 2020 has been a year, guys, and we're just here to actually help you. And what I did here, hold on one second. Okay, there we are. Okay, I wanted to change my background. All right, so basically, we're here and we just want to give you some good information on some things that are kind of just going on. I know you guys are like, what in the world is happening? And I understand why you're saying that, because we have so many different things going on, within our world, within the world, period. And so with that being said, we want to ensure that you just have some basic knowledge of some things to expect, some things to actually expect as we move forward. And with that being said, of course, I'm Eukeethia Barnes. I'm the owner of Fresh Start Academy and Software Solutions, Fresh Start Business Service. I am here to give you what you need for your taxes. We want to actually help you file your personal taxes and your business taxes. We want to get those things in order. So when you guys come in, please hit that share button and that like button or that love button. Give us a couple of threes when you come in. And so, I want to just share a few things with you today and interact with me. Let me see you. Let me see your comments and what questions you may have, and I'll get to your questions at the end. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to do something a little different. I'm going to share my screen and do a quick presentation for you. And I feel that it's necessary. I won't go over everything, but, we'll go over a few things here, because these are the tax law updates of the 2020 tax year. And I think that you can really benefit from some of these things. Some of these things may be a little bit out of your, beyond your caliber. And with that being said, I'll skip over those. But, I just want to give you some good insight on what to expect for the upcoming year, the upcoming tax year. And also, to just let you know that we're here for you. We understand that some people are just going to be, it's going to be overwhelming. And I'm a realist, and we understand that. And I've taught my team to understand that, and to just be, to have empathy for this tax season itself, for this height of the tax season. So let's just move forward. So, we have a new recovery rebate credit. So a lot of these things are actually coming in under the CARES Act. Okay. And that's what I want you to understand. There are a lot of new things. So, of course, this is where the Americans received a stimulus check in 2020 for $1,200, right? And it was $2,400 for couples filing jointly, plus $500 more for each child under the age of 17. Now, I want to be clear. I want to make sure you understand what I'm telling you. And guys, when you're coming in, hit that share button and hit that like button. Okay. We want to get this information out to as many people as we can. So this is actually for the first stimulus. Okay. We haven't, don't get me started on the second one yet. We ain't got there yet. So, the payments were phased out for joint filers with adjusted gross incomes above $150,000 and head of household filers with AGIs above $112,500 and single filers with AGIs above $75,000. So, your stimulus check was an advance payment of a special 2020 tax credit known as the recovery rebate credit. So now, this is the thing. I want you all to know this. When you actually file your 2020 return, you'll have to reconcile the stimulus check you received with the recovery rebate credit you're entitled to claim. So what this means for most people, the stimulus check payment will equal the tax credit allowed. All right. In that case, your credit will be reduced to zero. However, if your stimulus check was less than your credit amount, meaning you didn't get everything that you were supposed to get, you were supposed to get more money, the taxes you owe will be reduced by the difference. Or if you actually owed a refund, it will be increased by that. And if your stimulus check was more than your credit amount, you generally won't have to repay the difference to the IRS at all. So basically what they're saying, let me break that down to you, okay, is that if you didn't file for your stimulus and you didn't get it for some odd reason, whatever the reason may be, you can get it when you file your 2020 tax return, just to put it in layman's terms for you, okay? And the tax brackets, for the most part, are still kind of like the same. You know, they really didn't change. They're a little higher than they were, a little wider than they were the last year. But it's nothing significant. Now, we actually have the standard deductions, and many of the standard deductions were increased. And when I say increased, they weren't increased by a whole lot. This is just from the TCJA. And of course, typically it increases over the years, over the time anyway, okay? Now you have the charitable gift deductions. A lot of people utilize this if they know that they're going to owe and things like that. They utilize this so that they can itemize and hopefully get their tax liability down. Okay. And so we want to make sure we understand that, okay, so it's basically more donations to charity can be deducted for 2020 under the CARES Act. A lot of this has to do with the CARES Act. The CARES Act has to do with the pandemic, right? So the 60% of the AGI limit on deductions for cash donations by people who itemize is suspended. Gifts to donors, advised funds, and private non-operating foundations are excluded. So the relief applies only to charitable cash contributions that make this year and deduct on the Schedule A that you file in 2021. So basically, they're loosening the rims on this, okay, a little bit. Now, here's a good one. This is something that a lot of you actually spoke about. Again, guys, come in, share this live. Make sure you actually like everything. Make sure you like the live. Make sure you just show support within the live, okay? So the Family First Coronavirus Response Act includes tax relief for self-employed people who can't work because of the coronavirus. Now, the law enforces many employers to provide paid sick and family leave for workers affected by the virus. However, tax credit against the self-employment tax are also allowed for employed people who can't work for a reason that would entitle them to coronavirus related sick or family leave if he or she were an employee. So employers also get tax credits to help them pay for the paid leave they're required to give their employees. So, you know, they've actually put those stipulations in place, okay? So now this is another thing. So they have a thing here called student loan payments by employers. This is how it works. The CARES Act allows employers to pay down up to $5,250 in workers' college loans in 2020. The payments are excluded from the workers' wages for federal purposes. The $5,250 cap applies to both student loan repayment benefits and other educational assistance. Of course, that means tuition, books, fees, and all of that offered by an employer under the current law, okay? Really important. We're going to move over adoption of a child. So, you know, you actually have the kiddie tax. I'm not really sure if a lot of you actually understand what the kiddie tax is. But basically, the 27 tax reform laws revamp of the kiddie tax has been replaced. So basically, prior to 2018, children under age 18 or younger, under 24 if they were a student, were taxed on unearned income in excess of a certain amount of their tax rate or their parents' rate, whichever was higher. The tax reform law changed the rules to tax unearned income at the ordinary income rates and capital gains rates that apply for trusts. Now, this resulted in a higher tax of many filers, including military families with survivor benefits. So Congress repealed the kiddie tax change, and the pre-2018 rules apply again for 2020. So taxpayers can elect to apply the pre-2018 rules to 2018 and 2019 returns as well. If you don't know what that means either get with myself or your tax professional to explain this to you, okay? If you know what kiddie tax is, okay, great. If you don't, research it or, ask the questions. I always advise people to ask questions. Ask your questions, okay? Ask questions and also research. Research is really good for your soul. You don't have to ask all of the questions. Research it. Go out there and find some information. Make sure it's the correct information though. And of course, we actually have the education tax breaks. This is a good one because everyone is really big on the education tax breaks. We have the lifetime learning credit. It actually phases out at a higher modified AGI amount for 2020. And that's $118,000 to $138,000. And so this AGI range for singles is $59,000 to $69,000. So, we have to look out for all of these because, of course, the lifetime learning credit, we utilize all of this stuff. The American Opportunity Credit, we still have those. Understand that if you're utilizing the American Opportunity Credit, lifetime learning credit, we need that 1098-T, and you get that from your college, okay? You get that from the college in which you utilize or which you are attending. Make sure you have that because as a tax professional, we need these documents, okay? All right, so business losses for self-employed people. So the CARES Act suspended the cap for deducting business losses on individual returns. So the cap is not there. Under the 2017 tax reform law, the amount of trade or business losses over $500,000 for joint filers and $250,000 for other filers is not deductible. With any excess carried forward. The CARES Act suspends this loss limitation rule generally for 2018 through 2020. Okay. And so, I don't know if you guys seen, but a lot of people actually got the interest on the tax refunds. Honestly, it was not a lot for most people. For some people, it was a lot. I haven't seen a big thing, but here you are. For those who received a federal tax refund in 2020, you may have also been paid interest. Most of the interest I've seen was like $4, $5, 58 cents. It just depends. The IRS wants you to know that refund interest payments are taxable and must be reported on your federal income tax return. So in January 2021, the IRS will send Form 1099 INT to anyone who received interest totaling $10 or more. So if it wasn't $10 or more, you don't have to worry about it. You just have to make sure you report it on your 2020 return. So remember that, okay? Yes, so a lot of people got those entries of the tax refunds. Okay. So here we are. So the fine for filing, I want everyone to understand this because I have a lot of people who come to me, you do extensions and things like this. I want you to understand exactly what's going on here. So the fine for filing late returns is higher for returns with post 2019 due dates. The minimum penalty for returns filed 60 or more days after the due date is now the lesser of $435, up from the $215, or 100% of the required tax shown on the return. Okay, so I want you to understand that yes, the penalties has gone up. So with that being said, what I wanted to do is that I wanted to just show you a couple of things that were going on in the tax world. We have a lot of different things going on here. Now I told you some tax things, but I also want you to understand that there are some things going on, especially with my business owners. Let's talk about this, the PPP and the EIDL, all of that good stuff, the stimulus. I haven't actually had a chance to just dive all the way into it. Yes, it is a thing. You will be able to, I want to look at the stipulations and just see who can apply for what, who can't, because it looks as if you actually gotten some things from the EIDL, you won't be able to utilize it, but I need to read all of it. I don't like to misquote myself, and I will do that in the coming days. But one thing I can tell you is that you need to have your books in order. If your books are not in order, do not expect to actually receive assistance. That goes for nonprofits, for-profits. And the reason I say that is because there was so much fraud going on. They're really going to be strict, and they're going to ensure that you do everything that you're supposed to do in order to receive the money. So yes, there's another round coming. I would advise all small businesses to take heed and to utilize this assistance. If you need help or if you need some assistance with this, let us know, get on our books, but you need to have your bookkeeping done. This is why I'm always so big. And guys, while you're in here, hit the share button, hit the like button and love button. Just show some love by doing that. That's all I ask you to do. But I'm really big on telling people and advising people to get their business books in order, because see, you're here and now you're actually at the brink and you don't have them ready. And now the height of tax season is about to start, and now we're about to be swamped. I tell people all the time to go ahead and get with me ASAP and get your business affairs in order. Let's actually set up your business the correct way. Let's get your business bookkeeping done. Even if you actually want us to set it up and allow you to continue to utilize it or continue to maintain it, that's fine. Or actually pay us a monthly fee and we'll do that for you. Either way, that's a part of running a business. That's a part of going from a hobby to an actual business, okay? And so you have to understand the difference. With that being said, there are so many different things that are about to come down the pipeline, and we just want to ensure that we can help everyone. We can get everyone to where they need. Yes, we do help you to file for the PPP, all of those things. We help you to file for that, and the books will be open. Actually, we've opened the books for that, but understand that there is a consultation fee to even start with that, okay? We value our time. We do value our time. And so with that being said, yes, there is a consultation fee for that. However, we will make sure you understand what is needed in order to, file and hopefully receive your funds if there's not a reason why you can't receive them. Okay. Stay tuned. We'll be dropping more information as the time goes, as the time comes. We just wanted to kind of give you the information today, a little information on taxes, a little information on, the PPP, a little bit more on taxes. Yes, we are actually able to file in all states in the U.S. Yes, we do give referral fees of $50 per person that you send over. Yes, if you've worked with us before, we're extremely professional and we are very knowledgeable, and my biggest thing is to hopefully get you back the highest refund or either to cut down your liability in the best way. One thing I pride myself on, and not only myself, but my partners and my teams and other people who are part of Fresh Start, is that we're extremely knowledgeable to the point to where as we go and get these extra courses and things like that from the IRS, we find out what's going on. We're just not data entry tax professionals. Sorry, we're not that. And so with that being said, I would suggest that you utilize a professional tax preparer, because if not, there are a lot of things that can come back to bite you some years later. And that's not what you want. Okay. There are ways to actually maximize your benefits the correct way. You don't have to do things the incorrect way in order to get what you need. Okay. So I just wanted to share those few nuggets with you. Hopefully you guys, would drop through here. You'll actually drop in. If you have any questions after you see this and I've logged off, it's okay. Simply leave them in the comment area and I'll get back with everyone as soon as I can. It's very busy around this time right now. But I had to come in and see you guys, tell you happy holidays, and just, connect with you for a moment, just to let you know that we got you. Here at Fresh Start, we got you. There's no reason to panic. There's no reason to actually just be like, oh my goodness, what are we going to do? Yes, we do offer advances as well. So you'll be able to get your advances. At this time, the IRS hasn't given us any dates or anything of that such, but don't worry, we got you. Okay. So just continue to hold on there and just ensure that, we just want to ensure that you get everything that you need. We want to ensure that you get those advances. We want to ensure that you get the correct, method of filing. We want to make sure that they're not coming back hunting for you. Okay. All right. So thank you for everything. And we look forward to working with you in the coming days. There are going to be some giveaways and some drops and all kind of things that we're doing. So we have some exciting things coming down the pipeline. Thank you guys for just being here with me today. All right. Have a great day.